Hi, thanks for joining me in another video. The Chevy Bolt EV has been one of the few long-standing affordable options for electric vehicles. The production Bolt EV was unveiled in 2016, and more recently the EUV was revealed in 2021. However, news from GM CEO reveals that production of both models will come to an end later this year. On my channel, we've looked at the Bolt EV, but not the EUV. So with that, today will be the first and possibly last review of the Chevy Bolt EUV. Let's get started. The Chevy Bolt EUV is offered in two trims, LT and Premier. You can also add a Redline Edition package to either of these trims. With the Redline Edition packages, you get things like black and red badging, wheels with red accents, and red accents around the interior and exterior. The car we have today is an LT trim with a few extra upgrades. This EV starts at an enticing price of $28,795 and goes up to $33,790 for the Premier Redline. You may also be able to take advantage of the Clean Vehicle Federal Tax Credit depending on your personal eligibility. On the performance front, the EUV has a range of 247 miles, is front-wheel drive, and has a combined EPA rating of 115 miles per gallon equivalent. Slightly shorter range and lower efficiency than its smaller counterpart. With DC fast charging, you can get up to 95 miles in about 30 minutes. On the exterior, we see sleek LED headlights and taillights that catch the eye, and in the front, a sculpted grille. On this vehicle, we have the 17-inch dark Android painted aluminum wheels with silver painted inserts, and the body is in radiant red tint coat. However, if red isn't your color of choice, then the Bolt EUV offers a palette of 6 other color options, allowing for personalization that suits every taste. With SUV-like proportions, the Bolt EUV is a bigger version of its Bolt EV sibling. For comparison, the Bolt EV measures 163.2 inches in length and 69.5 inches in width, while the EUV takes the stage with slightly larger dimensions, stretching out to 169.5 inches in length and 69.7 inches in width. Behind the front seats, 56.9 cubic feet of space awaits with the rear seats folded down. While this falls short of the Tesla Model Y, it surpasses the storage capacity of the Hyundai Kona EV, ensuring ample room for your belongings. Although you won't find a front trunk here, let's see how much storage we have in the trunk. Let's see what we can fit with the back seats up. So we've got our blue cooler. On a smaller cooler. And maybe another small bag can fit over here, or maybe just one large suitcase can fit in the back. All right, with the back seats down, let's see how much more we can fit. So we've got here 2 carry-on size suitcases. Bring out our blue cooler again. A few boxes. Smaller bag. Wow, I didn't bring enough stuff, but as you can see, a lot more can fit in here. Stepping into the welcoming interior, we see a 10.2-inch touchscreen which has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There are also some in-vehicle apps. Since this EUV has a few upgrades such as a comfort and convenience package, we get things like heated and ventilated front seats. The ventilated seats are absolutely perfect for right now since it's like 110 degrees outside. And for the winter, we have a heated steering wheel. As you settle into the driver's seat, you can enjoy the upgraded jet black night shift blue leather option and the 8-way power adjustments, ensuring a comfortable ride. There are a few options to charge up your phone. In the front, we have a wireless charging pad and one USB-C and one USB-A port. And in the back, the same thing. As a passenger, you will find the back roomy and you will have ample legroom. It's a perfect vehicle for your families and your pups. The car is charged up to 100% and the odometer is at 6,057 miles. Let's take it for a drive and we'll check in on the range before we charge up. Starting off with its regenerative braking system, which allows for one-pedal driving. It's nice not having to switch back and forth between the pedals. Of course, if you need to stop quickly, you can step on that brake pedal. You can turn on one-pedal driving with this button here near the shifter. You can also use the paddle on the left side of the steering wheel for some extra regenerative braking. The ride is comfortable, and although it's not as quiet as a Mercedes-Benz EQS, it still does a pretty good job in keeping the interior peaceful. The handling on the EUV is light and responsive. It's even stable on bumpy parts of the road. Standard on these vehicles are things like Chevy Safety Assist and an HD rear camera. With Premier models, you can add Super Cruise, which is a semi-autonomous driving mode. The EUV shares the same powertrain as the Chevy Bolt, so a lot of the specs are pretty similar. Its battery pack consists of 288 lithium-ion pouch cells, providing a capacity of 65 kilowatt-hours. Additionally, the car is equipped with a liquid thermal management system, ensuring optimal performance in both hot summers and cold winters. With a weight of 947 pounds, the battery serves as the car's floor, giving it a low center of gravity. This proves to be beneficial considering gas SUVs are susceptible to rollovers. The EUV is still using a resistive heater, so you may see some range loss in the winter months when using the heat, but the heated steering wheel and heated seats should help with that. It's set up in a front-wheel drive configuration with a permanent magnet motor and is capable of outputting up to 150 kilowatts or 200 horsepower. When charging the car, it uses a J connector and CCS. GM recently released that they'd be adopting the next standard and selling adapters to owners of CCS cars. I'm not sure if the Bolt or Bolt EUV will be getting the adapter since its future is currently uncertain. For AC charging, the EUV can charge up to 11.5 kilowatts using the onboard charger. Its CCS charging capability is the same as the Bolt EV, so it still has a maximum charging rate of about 50 kilowatts. Because this car is larger and less efficient than the Bolt, you get less miles per hour of charging, so it's technically even slower to charge. GM really should have updated the platform before they introduced the EUV. There are some rumors that this platform will be moving to Ultium soon, but with GM already saying that the product line is going to end, I'm not sure how that's possible. Just know that this isn't really going to be the greatest road trip car. Not saying it's not doable, but just that other cars with faster charging rates would be much more convenient for long drives. Before we start our charge, let's check in on our range. We're at 17% and the odometer is at 6,247 miles. Based on the mileage we drove, I calculate we'd get about 229 miles driving it all the way down to 0%. We're about 18 miles off the EPA rated range. It's really hot outside, about 112 degrees midday, so I've been using the AC heavily, which may have impacted our range. All right, let's plug in and see how our session goes. I'll be plugging into these new 350 kilowatt Electrify America DC fast chargers. Fortunately, no issues with our charging station today. The fee at these Electrify America chargers was 48 cents per kilowatt hour, and it took us a little over an hour to go from 17% to 80%. We hit a max of 45 kilowatts around 41%, and our lowest was 34 kilowatts towards the end of our session. Our charging graph isn't so much a curve, but a straight line with small dips. At least it stays pretty consistent throughout the charging session. The Chevy Bolt line has always been adored by its fans, and the EUV is a nice addition for someone looking for a Bolt, but larger. It's a shame to think that this new EUV may end up being short-lived. Just like its predecessor, its only real flaw is its fast charging. It's a perfectly fine vehicle for driving around town. Maybe GM's plan is to cancel the Bolt and release a new product called the Ultium Bolt? Though the Bolt EV and EUV will end production, GM has new EVs coming soon, including the Blazer EV, Equinox EV, and the Silverado EV. Thanks for spending time with me today. Have an EV I can review? Email me at info@kaisev.com. Follow me on social media at KaisEV and Kais Tesla. Kai's my dog. And check out my website for more EV resources at kaisev.com. That's all for now, and happy charging.